Welcome back to Age of the Ring, where today we are taking a look at the Orcs and Misty Mountains. As I said in the last video, we try a siege battle where I was the one besieging. That's exactly what we're doing. We are fighting with an allied Orc and Misty Mountains faction in Fornost Rhein. And if you can't guess who our opponent is, I'm wasting a perfectly good power on this. But we are up against Gondor. And boy are we up for a bit of trouble right here. I made a brutal AI. And I know for the fact that brutal AI in this game are, oh, they are devastating. So we're going to have to take a lot of big risks. But luckily most of Fornost is already destroyed and they only have these three areas to really build up without getting attacked. But they also have a lot of powerful towers that we need to try and conquer. And brutal AIs are not to be trifled with.
Make yourself useful. That one's finished.
The hell is attacking us? Oh well, can't we stop it? So, Orcs and Misty Mountains, as you can guess, this consists of all the Orcs. So we've got a Moria Orc Cave, a Gundabad Gathering, a Wild Cage, and a Worm Lair. So we've got a bit of everything. Oh dear, I forgot they start with an inn. So I need to start making units quick. But again, that's the point of this challenge. It is a massive challenge, because one, we're fighting against Gondor, which is a very known and powerful faction. Two, when they start with this, they get the Dunedain Rangers, which are just extremely powerful early game. So hopefully numbers can beat them, and if not, well, I'll have to think of something. Our ally seems to be doing well enough. Let's hope we can keep up the fold. So, obviously, the heroes are a lot different to what you'd expect from the original Misty Mountains faction, or whatever it was originally called, Moria, I think. Or was it also Misty Mountains? Well, we start with Musgash, a roving goblin warlord of the Misty Mountains. Most prominently in Moria, I'm fairly certain. Then there's Urshak, a shaman, who I'm fairly certain is... I first think that's actually new. So I'm actually interested to see what he can do. Yeah, they're going to attack my builder, aren't you? Oh, there goes my builder. So there's also Golfimble, and for those that don't know much about the lore, Golfimble was the orc who besieged Hobbiton, well not besieged, but attacked Hobbiton, and had his head taken off by Bandabrus Took, the Bull Roarer. Okay, early game Scavenger is really powerful. Even for goblins, it's powerful. Our ally doesn't seem to be doing well, but they only bring up archers. So only as a form of cavalry, we should be fine. Get those banners. Check that I've got no builders left. Yep. So start getting another one. So then, Musgash, get a closer look at the Dwarf War Veteran. It gives nearby allies increased damage and armour, and earns experience faster, and earns resources per kill. This will be adjusting my mic a bit. So as you can guess, that's just powerful on its own. It's an early game power. He also has an AoE splash and knockback attack. So already he's got a massive advantage over so many others. Now let's start setting up some towers to keep the archers at bay. See, that's all they're making. And then they got pinned at the elements. How are they still alive? Is what I'd like to know. You know what? Let's show them their life expectancy. I'll show off everything else in a while. For right now, we're dealing with an army and I don't like it. Yeah. 10 resources per kill. Oh, that's beautiful. Let's get Urshak and see what he does, and Gold Thimble. So let's have a quick look at read of what Urshak is. A powerful and zealous shaman, Urshak is capable of elevating even the meekest of his followers into committing acts of great cruelty and derangement. Sounds like fun on a bun.
You hear that? Listen here. Get going, you head.
Why are my builders there? I need a new builder. So also we've got the Great Goblin. Abominations, disfigurations, mutilations and repulsions. That's all you're going to find down here. And how right he was. Down in Goblin Town there's nothing but this devastation and death. Musgat only level 6. Putrid Blade permanently gains poison damage. And then finally his Callous Influence. Allies named Musgat gain fear resistance. Nice. So he's just a small buffer really. Nothing too big. But Uzgash, let's see what he can do. Intimidation. Active buff. Targeted enemy units suffer from speed reduction and nullifies enemy leaderships.
I will feast on their remains.
I was losing Musgash if I didn't do something big like that. So he's got the original Gorkill quotes, and he definitely looks like Gorkill. But Gold Thimble, let's have a look at what he can do. So he starts on a Wog, which is quite well known, with his Dwarven action in hand. Chief of Mount Ram increases Wogs and other cavalry armor bonuses. Summons 10 white wolves. Neat. And they're so cute. So then, other units we can get from the Moria Orc Cave. We can get some archers, we can get some cave trolls, and the troll stone catapult, which we saw briefly in our first encounter against as the dwarves. I mean, what was I on with? Oh wait, we've got more builders again. Let's start building. I take it these goblins. Okay, that. You'd think orcs like these wouldn't need armor. Oh well, live to impress. Well, our allies are starting to do well. Got some Gundabad orcs out, but unfortunately, they're now facing the mighty wrath of the Towers of Fornost. Near impenetrable and unbreakable. But very unbreakable. Well, very breakable. And very beatable, actually. So here's the... Let's get the name right. Gundabad Pit, where we may get certain special units like the Gundabad Warriors and Marauders, Archers, the Olog High, and the Gundabad Bodyguards. Just a nice selection to keep the armies of the Misty Mountains fresh and powerful. Because otherwise they'd have literally nothing. And let's get the Wild Cage, so Gold Thimble has a few friends to play with, other than when he uses his power. So let's see what else Gold Thimble has. Hatred of the Fair Folk. Seeks to exact his revenge upon the Fair Folk. Gold Thimble and nearby wolves, wargs and wild riders gain increased damage and massive amount of armor. This isn't active. Okay, so it's not a passive. It'd be busted if that was a passive. So what else is Urshak got? Got Caven. Target enemy building takes heavy damage and is temporarily disabled. Oh, so, okay, so it's a one building earthquake. They have the wing. They have the wing. They have the ring. Fell Winter. Affected enemy and ally units are frozen and cannot move, attack, or receive upgrades. Okay, so it's the original sorcerer upgrade.
There's the enemy. What should we
that you get for God, I like taking it now. Look what you made me do, Dunedain. Look what you made me do. Now I'll never get to see the units. He's not fighting for me directly. Also, another thing to mention. Orcs are cheap. Well, the goblins, as they're better known, are very cheap. Oh, it's only Corsairs, okay. They're not that special. Yeah, getting Musgash early off and just getting a nice army to consolidate your forces is just going to be a powerhouse in the beginning. It only gets stronger the more you make. Let's start making some Gundabad warriors. We need to get some strong dogs in here. So just like the original treasure trove, we've got fire arrows, forged blades and scavenged armor. Nothing special, just... Oh, here's someone special though. Well. The Abominable Song, I'm fairly certain might be copyrighted, so we won't be playing that. But what it does do is nearby friendly units gain increased damage and armor, and enemy units suffer from a reduction of damage and armor, and it's nullified enemy leaderships. Don't honestly need that because I've got the intimidation of Urshak to do that. I don't really want to be taking any risks with copyright. The channel's too small to already be getting its self taken down. That's the last thing I want. So let's try and show off the Gundabad units. So these are Gundabad warriors. The slightly bigger goblins, which we all know and love from the Lord of the Rings. And then there's the troll looking like a very disgusting troll. I'm fairly certain that no goblin could grow to that size and be this smart. Only a troll could have such intelligence. Actually, no, that's not true. It could be a goblin, actually. No, it's never really defined if the Great Goblin is a goblin or an orc. Or, sorry, not an orc. Goblins and orcs are the same thing. It's a goblin or a troll or whatever the hell it is. Never actually defined. Level 3 already. Well, he makes nearby Mario orcs and goblin towners. Oh yeah, goblin towners. There's an ability he gets later on that allows him to summon the Great Goblin may recruit hordes of goblin towners at his totem. Yeah, obviously goblin towners, they're not strong. You can probably guess that immediately. 15 points already. Well, we can get Scavenger, don't need it. They are coming. Temporarily increase Mario Orc production speed. Nah. Untamed Allegiance. Don't have any Untamed Allegiances to gain. Summon some giant spiders. Oh, I don't want to show off the Earth Eater, so we're going to have to go for the giant spiders, I think. Say hello to an old friend. I send them around killing anything in sight.
They cannot stop the goblins!
I send everything against this tower and destroy it. The trolls will see it destroyed soon enough. Upgrade things again. Another cave troll. See, the main thing about the Orcs and Misty Mountains is they are made to just spam out units. There's no one or two ways about it. That's what they do, and that's what they do best. Oh yeah, it also gives the Great Goblin a bit, and the Great Goblin also gets some of his own Goblin Towners as a bodyguard. Because you know, orcs like that aren't exactly going to be a good bodyguard, but it's still good to have them around. Just extra bodies to take up an arrow or two.
There will be
And first, that's what the Great Goblin would do. Anyway, the worm lair. As you can guess, it's just an ordinary worm pit. It's just an ordinary worm lair, given a couple Gundabad-ish looking upgrades.
You know what to do.
To give it that real, yes, we are now in control of these worms feel. More labourers, eh? Yeah, put them to work. And they're not the ones from Mordor either. Look at the detail of these labourers. I know we showed them off already, but look at the detail on them.
They're attacking the mine.
That's why I love mods so much. They are made to make things from the original game look better and give a bigger impact to the game in general for player enjoyment. Whether it be single player or multiplayer. Probably getting some of these things to show them off, but I think I'm going to get Azog. I first certain his lines are taken straight from the film, so they're going to be very loud. It's going to be him screaming a lot. Oh, pardon me. Why can't we get the Olog High? Requires Gundabad Spires. Okay, let's get Gundabad Spires. I want to show off these Olog High. They are beautiful. Granted, they're no cave troll when it comes to value, but you can't go wrong with a nice bit of Olog High. Because they are big and beautiful. Let's get some Gundabad bodyguards as well. Just show off the elites. Now we're getting to that part in the game. Another cave troll. So then, what do we have here in the worm there? We have a giant bat, and a fireworm, and of course the worm armor you can get later on. For those I didn't know. Make some fell wind, hold them all together. Shame we don't have catch Rogash. It'll do. Make everyone insane. Forgot to make the walls first, but what are you gonna do? In fact, I know what. Because we need to show off this abominable song eventually, we'll play it at the very end, before the last building is destroyed. Hopefully. Let's settle for the Watcher. Can't think of anything else better to do. So these are the Gundabad bodyguard. There's 5 of them, which is one of the main reasons they are so much to make. But these are their powers. So firstly, intimidation. Nearby enemy heroes and hero units suffer from damage reduction and armor reduction. So they are hero killers, as most elite units are. Then they have Skull Throw, powerful ranged attack with radius damage. So that's also a good way to debilitate important units. Again, hero units. And where are they? There they go. And finally, their Dark Resolve. Bodyguard temporarily gain increased damage, a massive amount of damage, but lose a small bit of armor. Okay, let's just retreat because we're not destroying that tower. We're just taking casualties for the sake of taking casualties right now. Let's show off the Olog High. Oh yeah, we can only get 1 of the Gundabad bodyguard. So they really are once you get them, you can only see them once. Now then, Antiquarian. The Great Goblin makes a deal on some fine antiques. Be careful though, his eyesight is going and he might get burned. Beware of dragon sickness.
Well, don't just stand there.
Excellent.
Well.
Let's have a look at a fireworm and a great bat, shall we? And before we do that, let's have a look at this Olog High. So well done. It looks exactly like the Olog High that were about to destroy the last of Dane's men in the Iron Hills before Thorin decided to show up, and apparently that gave them enough courage to kill them all. Yeah. Plot twist, right? Oh yeah, this is now Yep. Free leadership. should probably start getting upgrades as well. So our units are going to need some kind of buff eventually. Oh, it's time we call upon an ancient evil. Well, not an ancient evil, an ancient water spirit. The Watcher in the water. And oh, is he... They already took this signal fire. Well done, my allies. Good, well done. I was saying more than that to win this. We've still got a long way to go. Seeing the Watcher's already here. Let's get some friends to help them destroy some of their economy, shall we?
I am the Lord of the Deep Place.
There's something over here.
Let's not upgrade them, upgrade our... Orcs, not our Gundam Orcs, not our goblins. Oh no, look, why did no one ever tell me? We destroy that farm already? Jeez, these guys are good. So the main strength that comes from the Orcs of Misty Mountains is, in the early game, because the units are so cheap, they can just flank your opponent's economy with even the smallest, just one unit of goblins, and they are likely to either really damage it, or even destroy it. Where's my fireworm? I made a fireworm. Where's my fireworm? There it is. Isn't he beautiful? Granted, he's not as fast as the original fireworms, but I'm very certain this one has definitely got it in design looking a lot nicer. So obviously, the worm armor we can get just increases armor against pierce damage, and then his inferno breath, which we all know and love from the original Fire Drakes. This is the bat. So it's a giant bat. It's not like the original bats, but it's also got vampirism. This unit will regain health per hit. So this is kind of a nod to the vampires that originally existed with that were some of the servants of the Dark Lord Sauron. Well, at the time, he was just Godfather, actually. The first one of these towers can be destroyed, right? Oh, what I got apparently. So this is the damage it does. What the hell? Shack? Nunny. So yeah, this is just Felwinter. We all know it, we all love it, it is beautiful. Let's start getting out there. I think that standing in death is probably not the smart thing to do. Uh-oh. He just killed a lot. This is what happens when I don't check the label. Second Age. Couldn't give it away. What was I thinking? You can't solve Second Age slop in this day and age. This is what the Great Goblin thinks. So apparently looking at some stuff from Rivendell saying apparently it's just made in Rivendell. He just knows. Wait, what was that line? I would tell them the voice lines, but I'm first only going to get a lot louder. The fortress gains the ability to use the Drums of the Deep, permanently summon 5 hordes of Moria Orcs with heavy armor. Nice. I think I'm just going to get the scaffolding. I'm fairly certain, I can't be bothered saying, yeah, it might contain copyright. F it, just do it. I want to show off everything. Let's show off everything. In this battle, we've definitely had the chance to show off everything, and there's still more things to show off. And he's about to come out right now. And prepare for a lot of stuff you won't be able to understand and a lot of screaming. So, mount Warg Matriarch. So he mounts his White Warg. Headhunter puts a price on an enemy hero's head, significantly reducing their armor and speed. The Defiler taints an area around Azov. Nearby allies earn resources on kills. That's a passive, I'm fairly certain. Nearby enemy units suffer damage and lose armor. And nullifies enemy leadership. Sworn Vengeance temporarily gains increased damage and armor. And finally, Spawn of the Defiler summons Bolg and a battalion of Gundabad body. Oh, that's so scary. Well, here's the scaffolding. I must admit, from the original design of the Misty Mountains Fortress, they've definitely given it a good English, a well done pimp job. That's the best I could think of, and I kind of regret saying it like that. Let's kill off these goblins because we want to show off other stuff. The vampire bat survived. Neat. Do I have heavy armor yet? Let's change that. Look at all those twos. Let's get a troll stone throw to show off what they're like. What else haven't we got? We really need the worm armor. That's going to be good because these worms, when they're armored, are beautiful. So we've now got the drum. Nice big drum. Don't need to use it yet. We're going to use it once we hit a command point limit. So I'm fairly certain we can still go over that. In fact, don't go in. Let's show it off. Really, it only goes to the command point limit. Okay, so this is a last. So like with Mordor, this is a last ditch attempt to do something if things really don't go well. And luckily you couldn't hear all of that because I was talking over half of it. Score. Now let's have a look at this worm as it upgrades into Omega Worm. I'm kidding, it's just going to look a lot nicer. And it's not a worm, it's a drake. Cannot get those two mixed up. Okay, I think they made some changes to the armor because I do not remember it like that before. It is beautiful. They actually won and got to level 3. Oh my gosh, that is impressive. Okay, that is impressive. I want to show off the Warg pack and then you get a unit of Warg Riders. But after that, I think we're just going to get... Okay, let's move away this time. Let's move away from the devastation the Goblin can... Great Goblin can cause. Okay, this time it wasn't close. It was good stuff. The armor, heavy armor. So another good thing about this faction I do quite like is that in the late game you can just go for massive trolls, worms, and that could just be your army, and you would be perfectly fine. Granted, they won't get all the bonuses that your other units do. But to be honest, if things start to go bad and you need to get more, wait, what? Why is it I can make another? Okay, that might be a glitch. You can make the Gundabad bodyguards from either the spire or the fortress, or sorry, not the spire, the pit, and then from. Okay, that is definitely a glitch because it says only allow one at any time. But something's telling me some stuff might need to get cleaned up. But that's why we do these things, to test them. To see if they're really top notch. Now let's get one of each of these upgrades and have a look at each of them individually. I think each of them will be given a little bit of an upgrade since they were first released. So we've got the Ward Cage, or Wolf Cage, which gets us some nice wolves. So the wolves here, they can get Howl, but you can also post a Banner Carrier, which is just another wolf, looking slightly neater. Oh, we're going to have to wait on them then. Want to show off the Wall Riders. Oh, I thought it was actually weighted. God damn it. I just like listening to that Warg Howl, it's so nice. So they're the same as the Warg Riders from Isengard, really. They just look different. They look different, but they are exactly the same. And Goldfinger is technically just a better shocker, in my opinion. Just because Goldfinger's got a bit more history than Shocker, honestly, is the main reason I like him more. That's just me being biased. So in the Trollstone Thrower, originally back in the old days of vanilla BFME 2, this used to be a mountain giant thing, but nah, that's boring. And the original tower didn't look anything as nice as this, and it's connected by chains, which just adds even more to the aesthetic. And then the entrance here looks like the original Spider Cave, and this joins up with the rest of the tunnel network and gives extra command points. So if you wanted to, if you were really struggling in a small spot, you could just make more of these and you get more command points. How many does it give? Does it not say? I feel like it might give 25 with how many you can make. Because if they could give 50 for each, that'd just be busted. Yeah, look at this army. This bat's going to get the experience it deserves. And we're going to get the encampment we deserve. Well. What have we here? Don't move, you dumb bat. Why are you attacking it? No! Stop, you fool. So then, I forgot to read Shaq's final power quite a while ago. Enemies in target areas suffer medium damage over time. Heals nearby friendly units. So he's basically the sorcerers from Angmar from Rise of the Witch King. Just given, being made a hero instead of a specialist unit that can't really fight. Okay, everyone move away. Except for my heroes, they can stay. So as you can see, Azog doesn't start in his war attire. He very soon he gets that at level 6. Let's get a nice little print screen of these 5 delinquents before we continue on. Because we managed to destroy that tower earlier, you can just waltz in, destroy that tower, destroy this gate, and just waltz in and destroy everything. I got a way to end it all. And then we'll try and get to listen to the Goblin Town music before the end. Can I still make more of them? It's just because we reached the command point limit, it won't tell me properly. I'm just going to go with the second alternative because I think that might be broken if it were, not otherwise. Destroy that gate and they'll never be found down to the top of Goblin Town. That was a terrible. That was just terrible lyrics, and I should feel sorry for myself for saying that. I should be getting destroyed a lot faster. We're getting there. Destroy this and then enter the fortress. Just got to the point when it's starting to make siege towers, siege weapons. I don't like that. I do not approve. I feel like Formless is definitely a fortress that's difficult to defend against 2 AI. But seeing I didn't make it a brutal AI, it's not like I didn't give it a fair chance. It's not like I didn't give it a fair chance. Also, like that's now being wielded by cave trolls and not hill trolls. I must admit, the hill trolls from Angmar wielding it, they only need a bit more strength than just 2 hill trolls. I'm not saying those trolls are weak by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just saying they could have done it a bit better. In all honesty, they could have done it a lot better. Yeah, we're getting up to the conclusion. hopefully we will get enough power points to summon the whaleworm, and I can show you exactly what it's capable of. So I'm not going to hover over it long enough for you guys to see. I'm going to wait until I get enough to do it myself. Intimidate them. What's left of them? Yeah, destroy that tower. I'm getting sick of it. I'll destroy everything. Oh no, I can't. It can't wait now. I forgot. I'm still playing with an AI, and they will just keep attacking them and harassing them because that's what the AI does. So let's just end it. No, we'll see if we can get 5 more points. I'm sure we won't, but we can always hope. But yeah, our ally is already taking over what's left of the land. It's just destroyed what's left of them now. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going out with a rabbiting shanty. Not a shanty, but you know what I mean. You don't, but I'm going to pretend you do. End with some frozen land. And then before the end, now, I hope you enjoy. Down in the deep of Goblin's Hound. I think that worked pretty well. So I hope you all enjoyed. Next time will be the last faction overview, kind of. It will be Lothlorien. And I will see you all next time. Farewell.